Welcome. Thanks for joining me. So the purpose of today's video is, first of all, to say a huge thank you to anyone that's watched the videos, that's subscribed to the channel, that's commented, liked the video, shared, and I just want to say thanks very much. Really appreciate the time you spent watching the videos, any comments you've made. Generally the feedback's been really positive, and it makes it all worthwhile in the end. The second reason I'm doing the video today is because of an update that YouTube has instigated and changed the nature of their partner program for people like myself and many small channels out there in the YouTube universe. And these are significant. So to give you a little bit more detail, with effect from the 20th of February, YouTube is effectively demonetising, that is, not allowing any ad revenue to be made from any videos uploaded from effectively all small content creators such as myself. And by small, this is anyone with less than 1,000 subscribers, and anyone, or any channel rather, that's generated less than 4,000 hours of watch time over the last 12 months. Now, to many that will not seem a particularly high threshold. If you look on YouTube, as if you're watching this, I'm sure you watch YouTube a fair bit, there are many people and many channels with millions of subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views, and that doesn't affect anybody in that category. So this video is directed towards the small end of the spectrum that I find myself in. Now, whilst I can understand YouTube has a PR problem, there are a minimal number of people that are choosing to use YouTube as a platform to upload hateful, destructive, unpleasant footage, and YouTube has to get a grip on this. I understand that. Now, if the platform becomes a site where that is used, frequently, then the people that pay the ad revenue will just walk away and find something else to do and another way to advertise their products. So YouTube has a problem. It's not a problem that I've created. It's a problem other people have created using YouTube. And the way that YouTube have chosen to address this is to bring in these draconian rules, the side effect of which is to effectively shut down every small channel on YouTube. Now, if this affects you, you're probably feeling similarly as I am, which is incredibly, I can't even find the words really, incredibly demoralising, upsetting, and discouraging to people like myself who don't earn any money from YouTube anyway, don't get enough views, but spend hours filming, photographing, editing, writing music and producing videos of which we're all collectively very proud and happy to share with people. And let's be clear, I didn't start this channel to earn money from it. I started it as a fun thing to do, to share with my friends and anybody else that might find it interesting. So the demonetisation with effect from the 20th of February this year won't affect me financially in any way, because I've never earned a cent from any video that I've uploaded to YouTube. So to put that in context, to date my channel's generated 11,600 views to date, and that was established in December 2012. So we're coming up to the 6th year of the channel running, and total views are over 11,000, which I'm actually pretty proud of, to be honest. But because of the acts of the very few, thousands, if not millions of us are now affected by these new rules. Now, the fact that this has no financial impact upon me is not the most important thing, because if you go onto your channel, if this affects you, go onto your channel. There's a YouTube creators blog that will give you more information about this, and I suggest, if you think this is likely to affect you, go and read that, because the reasons that they're stipulating to me don't make any sense, because put it this way, YouTube is a behemoth. It is now so massive and is an effective monopoly on creative content on the internet, just because of the volume that's being uploaded every single minute of every single day. And YouTube can't manage this. So the only way they can think of controlling the issue is by creating computer algorithms, which, along with recommending suitable channels and suitable content that it thinks is appropriate for you as a user and a viewer, it's trying to clamp down on this unpleasant content. Again, I understand that. But to put in place these new rules affects the people at the bottom most severely. And and instead of just me sitting in front of a camera moaning about it, I thought I'd come up with a couple of suggestions which pretty much seem fairly obvious as a good foundation to start to sift through to see what channels are putting positivity out into the world versus what channels are sending negativity. And these are quite simple. So firstly, number of copyright strikes. Does the channel have any copyright strikes? Is it using content that's owned by somebody else? Or is it creating original, fresh, brand new content that otherwise people wouldn't be able to enjoy? So, first of all, create an algorithm that looks at the copyright strikes on every single channel. If there are any, then that's potentially worth demonetising. Secondly, the community guidelines strikes. Now this is more towards whether the content is suitable for a family audience, whether it's hateful, whether, So you can review these two things fairly straightforwardly. Are there any copyright strikes? Are there any community guideline strikes? And if there are, then that should definitely fall into a category where YouTube should be able to clamp down on that and take appropriate action. Now, as I say, this channel was established in December 2012, and since then I've had none of these issues on my channel. If you have the time, if you go through the videos that I've uploaded in 6 years, you can see the kind of content that I produce. It's mountain biking videos, it's nature, it's wildlife, it's travel, it's learning to fly. Pretty family friendly, I would say. So it's hard for me to put into words how upsetting this new rule is, not from a financial point of view, because as I've said, it makes no difference to me, because I'm not going to get the kind of numbers that you need. Effectively, you need millions of views per year to earn any money from YouTube. And I pretty much accepted that from the outset. But what this new rule has done is to say, well, your content is not worth monetising, it's not good enough, it's not interesting enough, it's not worthy of us paying you anything, even though 11,600 views and adverts that have been run on those views, and the ad revenue that's generated YouTube, we don't need to pay you anything. And with the change of rules, it's now saying, well, unless you increase your subscriber count and your view count, really, YouTube's not interested in that, because it doesn't affect their revenue, because you're not generating enough views. So we're going to shut you down because you're the category that's more likely to be generating this unpleasant content. Now, I need to ask YouTube, what kind of message are you sending to the small independent creators? It's pretty negative, right? So there must be a better way of addressing this problem. So those suggestions I've made, they're not comprehensive, they're not all inclusive, and of course some people will slip through that net. But to sideline, to demonetize people that are struggling to make earn a living doing this, indeed earn no money doing this, spending a lot of their time and creative energy putting that content out into the world, you should be encouraging these people, because let's face it, these are the individuals and these are the channels that have created the YouTube platform as we know it today. Without them, YouTube is nothing. So maybe this is an opportunity for somebody else in the marketplace to come in, create a platform whereby it's vetted, is vetted appropriately, and people can share and comment and enjoy the content and make sure it's suitable for a broad range of viewers. So, you know, if you look through the community blog that YouTube's put together, it's talking about impersonators, bad actors, hurting the ecosystem, spammers, potentially inappropriate videos. These are the things it's worried about because it's its reputation. Well, it's also my reputation and the reputation of anybody that runs a small channel, that whatever I put out into the world, somebody can find that and link it back to me. So that's really important to me, as is a platform that I feel is supportive of my efforts. Whether that generates income or not is not the most important thing. It would be great to make videos and to make music and to start to earn some money from that, because that is my creative energy that goes into these videos. And as I said, it's a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a degree of expense. And I'm not looking to fully recoup that, I'm just looking for a fair platform. So maybe it's an opportunity for somebody to come into the marketplace and offer something better to the small independent creators such as myself that frankly YouTube's not interested in. So it's something for YouTube to think about. Please let me know in the comments below if this has affected you and how that's made you feel. Whether you have any suggestions that in some way can be related back to YouTube as to how they can address their problem without disincentivizing everybody at the lower end of the spectrum. Now, also bear in mind, YouTube, that the people that create content and have channels also watch a lot of content on YouTube. So my initial reaction when I read this was incredibly upset, a little bit angry, and very demotivated, and I immediately stopped watching as much YouTube as I had done, you know, historically. So it does have an impact. There's an impact across the whole platform. And yes, you have to find a way of controlling content which is so vast that you can't physically have the manpower to do that, and I'm sure a lot of us understand that, but there's got to be a better way. So I think that's probably enough for now, other than to say if you do have any comments or suggestions you could make, then please let me know, or contact YouTube directly through your own channel if this has affected you, and hopefully we can find a way forward, because at the end of the day I'm going to continue to make videos, I'm going to continue to write music, and I want a platform where I can share that with other people, connect, educate, entertain, whatever it might be. So let's see what we can do. Thanks for watching.